Hello, if you're live, so that I get to see your name, I get to greet you properly. Martin, welcome back. And as you guys join in, I think let's just ground ourselves. We're going to be together for about 40 minutes today talking about flirting. Why do we struggle with flirting? What your specific hang up about flirting is? Where do you get stopped? So while you do that, as people tune in, you can say hello in the chat. You can tell me where you are in the world. Hello from South Africa. Hello, Esther. If you haven't already, make sure that you have your feet on the floor. So if you can, really put both your feet on the floor so that you can feel that support. We go through our lives, our days, just rushing through things, and we tend to get disconnected from our bodies. And the first thing that's really attractive is somebody that is connected to their bodies, right? So whenever we can, that's why we go back to the body, to the breath, to the sensations. And a really easy one is just to feel the pleasure that it is to touch things, to touch the floor with your feet, to touch your bum on the seat where you are, to feel the fabrics on your skin, and to slow down, like that presence, that quality of beingness, the quality of spaciousness is what really is the foundation for feeling sexy. And feeling sexy is the first precursor to other people starting to feel that attraction, right? It's really hard for us to make other people feel things that we are not feeling. Hello, Swiss. So first of all, I just want to know, if you're here right now and you might be in any platform that you're in, are you single or are you in a relationship? And I'm curious because we could approach the flirting from both sides, right? We could approach flirting from flirting with people for the first time, and we could approach flirting from being in a relationship, being a long term with someone, and really diving in and surrendering and deepening and stretching our ability to turn each other on and turn ourselves on. Okay, single. Yeah, all right. So I'm going to start with single. And I have here, you're going to see me looking at the side at times because I have a list of themes that we go through in my LoveLAB. And my LoveLAB is my mastermind, and we go in cycles of 9 months. And so every month we tend to focus on a particular theme. And this month we're working with legacy love, like what is the biggest dream for love that we could possibly dream so that we attract that kind of luck to ourselves. But there are so many layers that we could approach flirting, attraction from. So, there are times when we're talking about identity shifts. That's one monthly theme that we go through. And we can see ourselves as somebody that does things to create attraction, that does things to initiate conversations, or we can do things to initiate conversations. So one is willpower and the other one is identity, right? So this is the first piece that we could be working on. It's, are we doing things because that's who we are? Because that's going to be so much more powerful, as opposed to, okay, I saw somewhere I need to do this thing, now I'm going to go out there and do it. And this is why having a space where we practice the same things over and over with a group of people is so precious, because we become that thing, It's like going to the gym, like you become the muscle, you become the gym rat, or you become the person that um, just lives in that particular way, that lives in that place, that becomes your house. So we have about 35 minutes here together, and know that the results that you get from what we're doing here, yes, you will see results if you implement it, but know that you get more and more that being the baseline of your life, when that is the baseline of your life. Like that is how you live and breathe. That is exactly what you do all the time. Right? So single, wanting to flirt. What is the challenge? So if you think about um, what you struggle, or like what is really hard, there are a couple of things that you could be thinking about. So the one is, I get caught in my mind trying to figure out what to say. Is that you? So number one is trying to figure out what to say, because there's so many different approaches, and this is also why coaching is so fundamental. It's because we look at you, like I look at you in the wild, that we work together with your particular situation, because what one of you might be getting stopped with is not what everybody is. So one, are you trying to figure out what to do? Is that, and what to say, is that where you get stopped? Do you get stopped when they say something and then you're not sure how to respond? So is it about initiating? Like, what do I say to initiate? Is it, how do I respond when somebody is flirting with me? And I'd say the third thing, that these are the common things that people struggle with when it comes to flirting. So let's first choose here, which one is you? Which one, because that will determine which way we take the conversation. You're going to see this is very interactive. I really want to make sure that you walk away with value that is directly applicable to your life. So number one, you struggle on what to say when you're going to approach someone when it comes to flirting. Number two, you struggle with what to say when somebody approaches you, smiles at you, looks at you. Or do you struggle keeping the energy high when flirting starts? Which one is you? And welcome to everybody that just arrived. It's good to see some familiar faces, some new faces. Michelle, I see Taya, welcome. Martin from Canada, beautiful. We have Martin from South Africa, Martin from Canada. Initiation. So number one, yeah, if you just got here, number one is initiating. Martin is like all of them. Okay, so initiating, then responding. Okay, so not so much the third one. Not we haven't got into that problem yet. On like, how do we keep the flirting going? So when we struggle with initiating flirting, there are a whole bunch of things, right? But I'd say the first one is you haven't done it enough. Okay, so a lot of the people that I coach, they say, oh my God, I don't know if that's you, Martin. I don't know if that's you listening to this. They tell me, Eloa, there was a situation, right? Like I was at this coffee shop and I saw this woman and I thought, oh my God, how do I approach her? Like, what do I say? How do I start flirting? How do I initiate? But that is, do I use a car metaphor? I'm going to use a car metaphor here. That is like as if your car stopped and you want to go into fifth gear, it doesn't work, right? Like, have you ever tried to start your car and drive it on fifth gear? It doesn't work. So what really works and what really helps is when you start driving your car and it's first gear, second gear, third gear, fourth gear, you're like on a highway and now you're ready in fifth gear. And now you just go on in fifth gear. So what do I mean by that? We approach flirting as something that we do when we meet someone attractive. Anybody? It's like, Yeah, of course. Shouldn't I just flirt with people that I'm interested in? But that makes it really hard because it's you telling you, okay, that's not the place that I live from, right? Like, I don't live from being flirtatious. I don't live from being in that sexy